Imagine you have a parking area where the width of the parking area is capital D. Your car will have some width. Your car, imagine you have 3 cars. One car is bigger. That means this car cannot enter your parking area. If you try to enter, your car will definitely get damaged. On the second option, car size and parking area almost same. It looks you can take the car inside, but you have to be very, very careful. And moreover, after parking the car inside, will you be able to open the door? Not possible. Suppose when you are driving, you make some mistake. What will happen to your car? Small mistake will damage your car, right? But the third option, your car is smaller, much smaller compared to the parking area. And now even if you park the car little faster, then also you will be able to take the car smoothly inside and park it. You will be able to open the door. Minor drift to the left or right will not damage your car. Is that clear? So which is now better situation? First one or second one or third one?
Third one.
Third one.
Third.
Making your car smaller compared to the parking area will create a healthier situation. Similarly, make your process smaller or process tolerance smaller compared to the customer tolerance, right? And automatically all that you produce, customer will happily accept it. In this example, can you tell me what is USL? What is USL?
D.
The right side wall of the parking area. You are not supposed to touch it. If you touch it, your car will get damaged, isn't it? Similarly, the LSL is nothing but the left side wall. Now, what is upper control limit and lower control limit? Your car is not, a bicycle or a scooter. It is wider. So it will have upper control limit. It will have lower control limit. Same way, any process will have some spread. And that spread you will be able to understand by calculating the control limit. If you see your control limits falling inside specification limit, your process is going to be capable. Clear?
Yes.
Right. Now there is a question. If control limit stays inside specification limit, the process is considered capable or not capable?
Capable.
Capable. Very good. Who specification limits are provided by customer or manufacturer?
Customer.
Fantastic. Control limits are calculated using customer data or process data?
Process data.
Process data.
Process data. Wherever you are actually running the process, if you are manufacturing, go to the place where you are actually manufacturing the product or producing the product, collect the data to understand your control limit, right? We'll see, we'll do all these things today. So average helps us to find out whether we target our process correctly or not. Where should we target? Whatever our customer is targeting, same thing only we should target. Am I right? Our customer wants 100 mm. So we should also produce, try to produce only 100 mm. This is what getting measured in average. If customer target is 100, your average is 1 or 2. What does it mean? You don't know how to target. You don't know how to target. And getting average on the target doesn't mean everything you produce is exactly 100. No, it is only average is 100. Am I right? If average is 100 means you may still have values above 100. You may still have values below 100. And then standard deviation helps you to find out whether your process outputs are closer to the average or not.
Not.
If your outputs are not closer to the average, then variation will be very high. See, it is something like all of you are trying to learn Six Sigma from me. Am I right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Now it is very important. I should know Six Sigma. Am I right or not? Then only you will know.
Right. Absolutely right.
Same way, when you are producing product, you are producing 1,000 products. I'm saying that all 1,000 products should be closer to the average. And average should be on the target. Now what will happen? All 1,000 will be around the target. At the end of the program, all of us are going to know what is exactly Six Sigma. Isn't it? If all of you are not with me, or if I don't know Six Sigma, then the outcome is going to be worst. Same way you have to know think in your business process also. Whatever you are producing, everything should be closer to the average. And our average should be closer to the target. You are creating a healthy scenario. A distribution is called normal if the data points are symmetrical about the mean. You know the meaning of symmetrical, right? Half
Yes.
of the value on the right, half of the value on the left. 99.73% of data points will definitely stay inside 3 sigma limit. The 3 sigma limits are called control limits, or you call it process extremities. These are nothing but the worst outputs that can come from your process. In plain English, these are nothing but the worst output. Can somebody tell me what is going to be the best output? The best output is nothing but the output at the center. The output at the center or output exactly on the target is the best output. If you deviate from the target, your output will gradually become worst. And we generally consider the deviation as normal up to 3 sigma. If the deviation crosses 3 sigma, we will call it abnormal. A process is considered capable if control limits stay inside specification limit. Is that all the lessons learned are very clear to all of you?
Yes, sir. Very clear.
You have learned the basics of statistics. If there are no confusion, you are definitely way above many other statisticians. All right. So now I will take you through